There's only been one Blade. There's only ever going to be one Blade.
Marvel has a serious Blade problem. The studio's Blade reboot has gone through several writers, recently lost its second director, and has just been indefinitely delayed. We've even got Wesley Snipes himself chiming in, throwing shade. So why can't Marvel, a studio with the best writers at their disposal, make a Blade movie? As a big fan of the Blade franchise, I'm going to tell you exactly what Marvel's getting wrong and what they can do to make it right. But before we get started, don't forget to smash that like button, comment below, and subscribe for more content like this. Marvel announced the Blade reboot with Mahershala Ali 5 years ago at San Diego Comic-Con. Everyone was hyped. I mean, Mahershala Ali as Blade, that's a recipe for success, right? But since that announcement in 2019, it's been delay after delay, and the movie still has not been made. And since then, Marvel has not only begun production on a lot of other action movies, but many have already been released. Just think about it. Films like Black Widow, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and more went into production after Blade was announced. They've completed their theatrical run, been released on digital and physical media, and are now on streaming. And Marvel still has not shot a single frame of their Blade reboot. We know that Marvel, for a very long time, has continued to develop projects that fans aren't interested in seeing. But with Blade, that's just not the case. They have two-time Oscar winner Mahershala Ali attached to the film, and they have full fan support.
The anticipation is so great,
which is rare for a comic book movie. It seems like they've had every opportunity and every advantage, but they still can't get Blade out of development hell. So what's going on here? Why can't Marvel make a Blade movie? A big part of the problem is the girl bossification of Hollywood, and Marvel is leading the charge. Before Avengers Endgame, Marvel successfully targeted their films toward a male demographic. However, after Endgame, the powers that be at Disney opted for a significant shift, focusing more on female audiences. This involved adding more female leads and humor, which was contrary to what their core demographic wanted to see. Despite past failures with this approach in comics, Kevin Feige believed it would work in films, but boy was he wrong. Not only did girls and women not flock to see the new Marvel movies, but the male demographic paid to see Marvel movies far less. This change has made it challenging for Marvel writers to create scripts where a strong character like Blade can be the leader and not be the butt of female jokes, like we've seen with characters Thor, Ant-Man, and Spider-Man. There was even a version of the script with Blade as a sidekick to female leads in his own film. Comicbook.com reported Marvel's Blade was reportedly going to be a female-led film before getting lower-budget revisions. That's right, Marvel tried to develop a script for Blade that had female lead characters, and Blade was just going to be a secondary character in his own movie.
Now eventually you do plan to have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, right? Hello?
And the story actually came from this article on Variety, Crisis at Marvel. And if you scroll down, it reads, Blade was regulated to fourth lead, a bizarre idea considering that the studio had two-time Oscar winner Ali on board. One person familiar with the script says the story at one point morphed into a narrative led by women and filled with life lessons. This whole thing is absolutely insane, and it just shows how off the deep end Marvel has gotten. And recently, Blade lost its second director, Yann Diamage. From The Hollywood Reporter, Blade is once again in search of new talent behind the camera. Filmmaker Yann Diamage has exited the long-gestating project. Ali remains attached to star in the project, and the studio is not looking to rush the film. Marvel mainstay Eric Pearson is working on the latest draft of the project. And all the trades talk about this writer as if he's going to save this train wreck because he's worked on a lot of Marvel projects. But if we take a look at his work on IMDb, we see that he has a lot of experience writing strong female characters like Black Widow, Hela, and Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok and Agent Carter. And it's my understanding that he also punched up the Fantastic Four script, which, as you've probably heard, made Sue Storm the lead character and has a female Silver Surfer as the villain, proving once again Marvel is trying to push their agenda. It's very simple. Blade is a half vampire, half mortal man who becomes a protector of humans while slaying evil vampires. And no one knows that better than OG Blade himself, Wesley Snipes. Variety. Original Blade star Wesley Snipes pokes fun at Marvel's struggling Blade reboot after second director exits the movie. Snipes took to X, aka Twitter, calling out the delays and hinting at the simplicity of what fans want. We see on X, Blade, lordy, lordy, lordy. Snipes reacted on Twitter alongside the side eye emoji. Folks still looking for the secret sauce, riding snowmobiles in traffic. Kinda rough. Daywalkers make it look easy, don't they?
Some is always trying to ice skate uphill.
And he's not wrong. This should have been a home run for Marvel. It's like they forgot what made the original Blade so epic. A big part of the success of those films was Wesley Snipes himself. He redefined the forgotten Marvel comic book character and made it his own. Portraying Blade as the strong silent type who rarely cracks a smile, struggles with his humanity, and isn't afraid of throwing down with dangerous vampires. Think about it. It's a really cool concept, and making a Blade movie without Snipes, swagger, and bravado is a bit like trying to ice skate uphill. But that was a long time ago. But you have to remember that Snipes played Blade for Warner Brothers New Line Cinema back when they controlled the character, long before Marvel Studios. Back then, they were just trying to make a good movie with cool weapons, vampires, and a solid story. Nothing else. Imagine that. Now that Marvel has regained the rights to the character, it seems they no longer know how to create a superhero movie with a strong male lead. They're even finding it difficult to hold on to a director. Speaking of, who should direct this reboot? Recent reports say Jordan Peele has been talking with Marvel. He's definitely got a horror thriller background, but is he right to direct Blade? Fans are divided, but Rolling Stone has all but shot down that rumor. Why Jordan Peele won't direct Marvel's Blade reboot. Even though he produced that failed Twilight Zone reboot, he told Rolling Stone that he only wants to direct original stories. So there you have it. We can't count on Jordan Peele to bail Marvel out of this mess. If Marvel is really looking for a horror film director, they should talk to Damien Rugna, the director of the Argentine horror thriller When Evil Lurks. I was blown away by that movie. It's well made, original, and gets under your skin, which is exactly what a horror film should do. And his directing style reminds me a lot of Guillermo del Toro earlier in his career. And of course, del Toro directed one of the best action horror movies ever made, Blade 2. But tell me your thoughts. Why do you think Marvel can no longer make a Blade movie? And what do you think about the way Marvel's handling Blade? Should they stick to what worked in the past, or do you think they should go in a different direction? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I really want to know what you think. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the Cinema Maverick channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.